This is what I did to lose weight with hypothyroidism, with PCOS, and with hormonal imbalances. The first thing I did was to take a step back from dieting and intense exercise. And I dedicated time to finding doctors who would test my hormones, test my thyroid, and this is easier said than done. Once I found a good doctor that would listen to me, that would acknowledge, and also worked with optimal lab reference ranges, they recommended I take metformin, spironolactone, levothyroxine. I decided to take the natural route. And I developed my own routine, of course, under the supervision of an expert. And what I did is I dedicated time to clearing and stimulating my lymphatic system. By that I mean jumping, dry brushing, lymphatic massages, sauna, exercise, movement, stretching. Your lymphatic system is wonderful. And then I fell in love with the supplement world. At the peak of my symptoms was I would take my hormone balancing drink that changed my life. I had to work on improving and boosting my metabolism. This is the key. This is the most important thing. The best and proven ways to boost your metabolism is by either gaining weight, eating more food, especially protein, and the most important one is building muscle. I had to approach exercise in a very different way. My goal was to avoid elevating my cortisol and my inflammation levels because they were through the roof. And even though high intensity exercise is incredible for all women, I think I'm not alone when I say this, that my body just doesn't like it, doesn't agree with it. What I opted for, choosing a form of strength building exercises that were low intensity. By this I mean Pilates, calisthenics, yoga, strength training but with low weights, or just your body weight. Now, the diet. I changed my diet to a low glycemic diet because it is proven to be one of the best diets to follow if you have PCOS. Essentially, all that means is you switch out your carbohydrates for a complex carb. I also reduce sugar, processed food, any inflammatory foods. Once my thyroid levels and my hormonal levels were significantly better, that's when I felt that my body could handle the stress of a caloric deficit because it is a stress on the body. So I choose to keep my exercise the same way. Now I started to implement a very slight caloric deficit, not an aggressive one. I wanted to do this as slow as possible because I know that is the best and the most sustainable way to lose weight. And I cannot stress how important it is to also implement some degree and level of meditation. I really believe that stress is one of the biggest drivers of inflammation, which is the root cause of all disease. The key here to sustain this is that whatever you do